All right, we are now joined by Zane Smith, the winner of tonight's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race from Daytona International Speedway. We will go ahead and open it up to questions. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. We'll start with Davey Siegel.
Hey Zane, Davey Siegel over here to your left. Oh, congrats, man. What does it feel like to win at Daytona, given the success that you've had before in the series and in the sport, but it comes here tonight, and this is about as big as it gets?
Yeah, I really, as a kid, I grew up coming here, racing my go-kart right after Christmas on the road course, and I was like, damn, that'd be pretty cool to like win here in NASCAR. And at that time, I was like 10 years old. But I never thought it would happen, especially with my past 2 years here of just always having a shot right at the very end and then not working out. There's just so many variables to win here is why it's so hard to win here. But I just felt like I really read the race the best I've ever done and read the people around me and just really tried to listen to Josh Williams, my spotter, and just play it smart and see where the cards fell. And so luckily they fell right for me. But like I said, never thought I'd be in victory lane at Daytona, but pretty dang cool.
Front row won last year with Michael McDowell. Obviously, Loves was on the car then. Loves is on your truck tonight. Have you heard from the boss man at all or anybody at Loves since you won again?
Yeah, they're pumped. I'm going to be on the infield partying with them here soon. So I'm staying till Sunday. If I didn't win there, I may have been going home. But no, definitely got to stay till Sunday now. Going to have some fun with Loves, Speedy Cash, everybody involved for this year. They deserve it. I hope the rest of my team is staying as well. I know we got a couple days to celebrate, then it's back to work. But I truthfully believe this is the first of a few this year. I feel like I've clicked the best I've ever with a team, and it's awesome to start out with this momentum.
Go right here and then back to Sean.
Luis Torres, the podium finish. During that red flag, what was the mindset that you had knowing that you were going to get another chance after that big wreck?
Yeah, like I said, it's so many variables to win here, but during that red flag, I had a pretty good view of the big screen, and I'd seen the yellow light flash off in a few other angles, and then they showed like an onboard from somebody, and I'm like, man, it looked like the green. Obviously, I'm a little biased here, but like, man, the green flag light was still on, and then I got confirmation that we were going back green. And at that time, I've really learned over the past couple of years that whenever you think something is going to go your way, it goes the exact opposite. So I was just planning for the worst. We were struggling on getting going. Like the first lap, I couldn't push the 4, and I was hoping I pretty much had 2 pretty good options. I either had a teammate behind me or or Parker behind me, and ultimately Parker is what has me sitting here right now. So I definitely have a gift headed his way. I don't know what I'm gonna send him, but he gave me a great push, and ultimately that's what won me it.
Go back to Sean and then to Bob.
Sean Clark of the Rich Report. Zane, you only had one top 5 finish before you win at Martinsville last season. Now you start the season with a win. How gratifying is that?
Yeah, it's wild what pit road will do for you. I had those tweets and everything were honestly starting to piss me off a little bit with we only had 2 top 5s, but it wouldn't ever be talked about how we were either leading or top 3 and then have a issue on pit road and have to go to the back, and it's really hard to come back to the front in the 150 to 200 lap races, and especially trucks in dirty air. So that Martinsville win, I was pretty fired up at that one, and then obviously Phoenix to come 8 laps short. The past 2 years, I've really had a lot of fuel to fire me up. So I'm just gonna try to ride this wave as long as I can. But no, I don't think top 5s will be our issue this year. I think it'll just be coming down to executing wins.
Bob?
Does the win kind of give any solace or kind of put last year behind you?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Does the win put, finishing second in the standings for a second consecutive year behind you?
No, that stuff always that'll scar you. But I don't know. I guess I'm going in with the mindset of I don't know, third time's the charm, and this is as good as you could start out a year. So dang cool to already be in the playoffs. It's a huge weight off my shoulder, my team's shoulder, sponsor's shoulder, everybody. So at this time, it's stage wins and more wins. We get to go really have a different pit strategy than other guys, and that's really valuable. So really looking forward to it.
Let's go to Noah Lewis.
Noah Lewis, TSJ Sports. How important is it to change just a few months ago we saw you at the table not knowing what you were going to do, and now you come to this team and you already start this. How special is that for the team momentum?
It's so dang cool. I think NASCAR is going in the right direction of it, and team owners that are starting where they're really looking for guys that can win, and Bob Jenkins is one of those guys, and I'll forever be in debt for him taking a risk on me. So days like tonight and, we got 20 more, 21 more, something like that. Those are all talent shows for me. So it's all just trying to make him happy and proving him right. I know he's really happy right now, but if we continue to win these, not only will I be happy, but he will as well. And guys like him that have been here for a while and really just grind it out and keep on fighting. And those are the team owners you want, the ones that are really into it, and he's one of those.
And then were you surprised about how calm it was until the end there?
Yeah, that's why I was really trying to race to the white. I have no idea how we did not yard sale all of them in the second stage. It was about as sketchy as it gets, and so I bailed out of there. And then as soon as I bailed out, they really started single filing, and so I tried charging back up there to hopefully get a stage point or something. But yeah, I don't even know how many finished, but I remember watching the replay, and I know it got a lot, but I've seen these truck races get a lot more. And so I knew that we were most likely going to be racing to the white again. And when I heard Parker was behind me, I was excited.
Go to Zach Sterniolo up to the press box and then come back down.
Zach Sterniolo with Front Roads. You talked about Parker there. Can you kind of take us through that first third of or like 3/4 of the lap on that last restart where he pushed you? You guys, it seemed like you got a perfect tandem there. How much did that really give you the win?
Yeah, it's Daytona. It's a mixture of everything of what got me the win. But I had fired, and my launch was really good, and especially with the new rule of not beating a leader to the line. It's how they launch in the box. So I was sure to let the 98 launch because I didn't want to be that guy to basically almost win it, then get sent to the back. And so, and then I looked in my mirror, and I had seen the 99 wasn't attached to him. And so I stayed off of the 98. I did not want to side draft him because if I was going to side draft him, I was going to pull him back to the 99, and he was going to have a good push. And at that time, it was all watching the 75 in my mirror, which I don't know if our spotters were talking on the stand or what, but I had gotten told that he was going to give me the best push he could, and so he did. He's just one of those guys that's got good experience. He's a really good speedway racer, and there's guys that give a good push, and there's guys that give a dumb push, and that was obviously a good push.
Let's go up to the press box.
Yeah, Chris Knight, catchfence.com. Zane, congratulations on the win. I know it's only been one race and only a winter through the an off-season winter with Front Row Motorsports, but can you describe the vibe with the organization, because it really seems like that there's some chemistry and it's a contagious atmosphere that you have with Front Row, basically based on the celebration on the front stretch.
Yeah, I mean, Todd Gilland is a good buddy of mine, and occasionally Chris would be hanging around with him, and me and him, whenever we talk racing, we'd obviously talk about our team or things like such, and I think just from a younger team standpoint, we just click a lot better, and I feel like that's where a lot of this momentum will grow. And so I'll tell you, this is probably the most fun I've had during the off season and until now, with by a team standpoint, with just laughing, having fun. It's really easy to get caught up in this sport and to thinking it's too much of a job and too serious. But Chris and really all the 38 guys really will remind you that this is a pretty damn fun job. And so I constantly remind myself of that. I'm super lucky to be here. I don't even know what I'd be doing if I wasn't doing that. Probably walking dogs or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep riding the wave. They're a really fun group to work with. Hopefully we get to Phoenix.
Any additional questions in the press box?
No additional questions.
All right, we'll go to Daniel McFadden, and then Dalton, and then Tom.
Daniel McFadden, Frenchers.com. Going back to the question about how calm the race was, do you think that has anything to do with the field being made up of drivers who are more experienced and just in general having more veterans throughout the field than in years past in races like this?
I'll be honest. After qualifying, I was kind of worried of what I was gonna do, just because I was literally boxed in by guys that just haven't had the super speedway experience. And I'm not saying they're bad race car drivers, but the truck racing on a super speedway is just so much different, especially when you get your first hit. And so that was the only thing I was worried about. But it seemed like they did a good job of, like, I'm guilty of this myself, but either a rookie is like doesn't know what to do, so his solution is hit the guy in front of him because he sees other people doing that, or it's okay, let me learn and lag off of them, and I feel like that was kind of a product of tonight. There was a few guys that were pushing really hard, but I mean that's the top 10 at Daytona always. It's so hard to win here. We all want to win here. Yeah, and that's where it comes from. But no, I was honestly impressed with how everyone kind of kept themselves together. We all know that the truck series can get wild at times.
Dalton.
Dalton Hopkins, frontstretch.com. Zane, with this win, you're now in the playoffs. How does that feel in comparison to last year when you kind of had to fight via points and race your way into the playoffs last year?
Yeah, it's badass. It's hard to make the playoffs in any series, and then it's hard. The playoffs are a different season, pretty much. Like you reset there. But like I said, going back to now being locked in, we could take advantage of this and really race for wins and race for stage wins, and that's what's so cool. And I guarantee you, every single one of us in the field were thinking of that tonight, and that's where the aggression comes up. But I'm lucky I'm in that seat. I've come close here the past 2 years, but haven't been able to pull it off. So it feels good.
Tom?
Thanks. Tom Bowles, Front Stretch and CBS Sports. You've answered most of this, but I was curious about your confidence the last 12 months. Obviously, at one point it looked like you might have been in line for a promotion, and then obviously some things went away. How have you kept that confidence up, and what in particular about this opportunity attracted you to it as you looked to reset your career and looked at the grand scheme of things for where you wanted your racing career to go?
Yeah, that's a good good question. I mean, last year I thought I was going cup racing, and I'm still not in a huge hurry to go cup racing. I'm having a ton of fun doing this. I know once you get to Sunday, it's a whole other level, and you're not going to most likely win for a little bit. So while I can, I'd like to fill up my trophy case. And so, no, it's ever since I was a kid, I've always been all in. Like, there is not a single ounce of, man, like, what if this happens? Or, man, what if I don't make it, I've just been taught that by my dad and the people around me of, man, if you're going to do it right. And so being, kicked in the stomach and multiple times. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I could do. It's just the deck you're dealt with, I guess, and playing with the best you can with it. And I feel like I've gone about that the past few years.
Any additional questions for Zane? All right, Zane, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.